strides the ridge line, sparks in every pore. Sif braids the dawn with strands of harvest gold, while the earth lives mountain shoulders where the thunders toll. Harrows hum like heartbeats through the marrow of the rain. Every flash of skyfire nails the tempest to the plain. Follow the red bear down the lightning spine, where cracked stone testifies to power's ancient line. Mjolnir carves the silence into shards of roaring light, a bright path forged for mortals in the furnace of the night. Goats pull the storm cart on a wheel of molten spark. Hooves strike a rhythm older than the dark. Each bolt a rune of courage on the tablet of the air, branding quiet valleys with the gods' unspoken prayer. When ice would swallow midsummer in jaws of brittle blue, Thor's shout cleaves the frost like a promise breaking through. Follow the red beard down the lightning spine, where cracked stone testifies to power's ancient line. Mjolnir carves the silence into shards of roaring light, a bright path forged for mortals in the furnace of the night. Walk the path of thunder till the north wind cease. Redbeard guards the crossroads where storm becomes peace.
Start to groan. Gleipnir shivers thread by thread across the crumbled bone. Tyr's lost hand remembers where the wolf child bid in trust. Now prophecy stirs restless in the iron frosted dust. Listen, heartbeats stagger in the hollows of the chain. Each pulse a drum of twilight pounding nearer, raw, untamed. Run, Fenrir, break the night apart, split the heavens open with a raven blackened heart, while Heimdall sounds the long alarm and embers blind the sky. We face the widening jaws where the world fate's cold loom unravels on the threshold of the hour. Stand firm upon the echoes of the oath-bound power. Ashen embers crack beneath the hall tree beams. Graybeards trace the maps of half-forgotten dreams. Once we drank the moonlight straight from shattered foam. Now we count the scars that spell the way back home. Listen, iron sleeps, yet memory is awake. Every quiet heartbeat sounds like distant break of waves. We have walked the whale road far beyond the rim, carved our names in midnight where the sea runs dim. Though the oars lie silent and the shield walls done, old fires keep their promise in the marrow of the sun. Weathered helms hang heavy on the smoke-stained wall. Frost has found the sinew where we used to brawl. Younger voices gather, hungry for the sky. We give them tempered wisdom in a shoulder turns to stone, yet flint of ancient purpose still sparks within the bone. We have walked the whale road far beyond the rim, carved our names in midnight where the sea runs dim. Quiet council, torching everything. We have walked the between the songs.
Long-keeled shadows streak the pearl of waking seas. Dragon prows are grinning through a veil of morning breeze. Oars bite brine in rhythm with the promise of the flame, and in each savage heartbeat thrums the thunder of a name. Odin's raven spiral mapping fear upon the sand. Their wings predict the sermon of the red right hand. Rise, brothers, rise, let the cold coast shiver. Break the brittle chalice of the pale-faced giver. Gold will bleed like honey from the monastery door, while dragon heads are laughing in the salt-sprayed roar. Priest bells toll a warning far too fragile for the storm. Iron tongues extinguish every plea that would transform. Ash drifts up like snowflakes in the newborn summer light, marking runes of conquest on the linen of the night. When the tide turns crimson on the fractured shore, we load the spoils of thunder and we cast for more. Rise, brothers, rise, let the cold coast shiver. Break the brittle chalice of the pale-faced giver. Gold will bleed like honey from the monastery door, while dragon heads are laughing in the salt-sprayed roar. In the hush of twilight, when the sails turn black, the sea still hums our war song. There is no turning back.
Mist lifts off the heather as we cradle blades of frost. Lantern light is trembling tiny on the holy coast. Salt wind stokes the cinders of the fire we have sworn, and and every quiet prayer inside the cloister stands forlorn. Thor drums distant thunder in the hollow of the sky. His hammer keeps the cadence of the fate that draws us nigh. Smoke over Lindisfarne, embers kiss the dawn. Chanting turns to cawing as the psalmists are withdrawn. From censer swing to sword stroke, from scripture unto flame, the saga brands its sigil on the abbey's fragile frame. Casks of foreign incense spill across the shattered nave. Silver cups lie bleeding where the moonlit windows cave. We ride the roar of conquest through the labyrinth of stone, while ravens count the heartbeats of the fallen left alone. In the orange hush of ruin, one bell dares to cry. We steal its copper echoes for the war god's war supply. Smoke over Lindisfarne, embers kiss the dawn. Chanting turns to cawing as the psalmists are withdrawn. From censer swing to sword stroke, from scripture unto flame, the saga brands its sigil on the abbey's fragile frame. Let the islands whisper what the north wind wrote, where dragons breathe, all kingdoms float. Banners of the northland snap in hurricane bright gaze. Our hulls carve molten furrows through the copper vein sways. Torches bloom like foxfire on the unsuspecting plain, lighting paths of plunder in an alabaster rain. Freyr blesses harvest, but the harvest now is steel. Every stalk of sorrow bends beneath the iron keel. Ash and amber pour across the cloud-streaked air. Feathers of the falcon swirling through despair. We draw the map of terror on the farmland's gentle skin, and write the runes of thunder where the sun silence once had been. Granaries surrender with a hollow splintered sigh. Oxen howl their protest underneath the foreign sky. We bind the grain in blood-stained rope, we cage the golden prize, while distant villages wake to unexpected cries. If mercy is a meadow, ours is desert stone. Only Scotty's winter hearts can claim it as their own. Ash and amber pour across the cloud-streaked air. Feathers of the falcon swirling through despair. We draw the map of terror on the farmland's gentle skin, and write the runes of thunder where the silence once had been. When the soot-stained dawn arrives, behind us fading fast, the sky remembers stories mortals cannot outlast.
Wheel in spiral rooms above our salted prow. Odin's single ember eye is on us even now. We sail the steel grey skin of seas that never sleep, bearing iron prayers the silent Valkyrie shall keep. Heimdall, guardian, hear the copper blast of home. Open bifrost glittered seam for warriors weather war. By the All-Father's wisdom, by Thor's rolling fire, we strike where storm and heartbeat braid a burning lyre. Freya, claim our fallen, tear, uphold our hand. We march in echoed thunder for the honor of the land. Like splintered shields where Mjolnir finds its mark. Lightning stains the red of blades and sets the high mast stark. Loki's laugh rides shifting winds, a whisper sharp as frost. Yet in the clash of courage every trickster thread is lost. We bind our fears in braided rope, we lash it to the mast. Schooled and Verdandi not, the fates no mortal blade can slash. By the All-Father's wisdom, by Thor's rolling fire, we strike where storm and heartbeat braid a burning lyre. Freya, claim our fallen, Tyr, uphold our hand. We march in echoed thunder for the honor of the land. hush of souls unmade. Yet even shadows quake beneath the pact we once portrayed. We've given blood to prophecy, to rune carved ash and ore. The Norn still spin their silver thread through every silent roar. So raise the rune extended where the twilight meets the foam. Let Jalahorn remember that the old ones journey home. Though axe is dull and voices fade beneath the starlit tide, the gods still walk beside us, ever watchful, battle allied. Spark in hidden halls where molten rivers flow. Broca shapes the thunder's breath in iron's ruby glow. Anvil songs beat steady time for every glowing seam, while Odin's whisper circles round the edges of the dream. Raise the run tongues higher, hear the metal sing. From heart of stone to sky of storm, a newborn lightning wing. Strike, strike, children of the mountain fire, temper fate with starlit steel and dwarf-forged pyre. Let Thor's bright weapon find its voice in every ring, and bind our mortal courage to the storm it brings. Sparks fly like restless stars across the cavern air. Each reseals the final knot with suit black and prayer. In the forge's scarlet hush we taste the future's toll. A shard of Ragnarok is glowing in the cold. When ember gods awaken and the sword song starts to climb, remember we were midwives to the quaking edge of time. Final wave strike, Lemjelnir claim the night. Torch a world's unbroken bearer of the fight. Those stone-born hands must fade into the darkened seam. Their echo rides with thunder on the All-Father's dream. Strike, strike, children of the mountain fire, temper fate with starlit steel and dwarf-forged pyre. Let Thor's bright weapon find its voice in every ring, and bind our mortal courage to the storm it brings.
Ash gold apples tremble in the hush of autumn bark. Hidden guards their fire where the twilight gathers dark. Roots sip secret starlights through the marrow of the world, while ravens sketch the omen of a season yet unfurled. Frigg weaves a distant warning in the loom of coming frost. Every leaf that glows with promise knows the price of what is lost. O Yggdrasil, keep burning where the god blood flows. Let every spark remember how the northern verdure grows from frost to flame. We wander from birth to breaking eaves. All fate is written. Sing softly in your ember-colored leaves. Crossbow sagas murmur through the pulse of bark and vine. Sap becomes a memory of mead bright summer wine. Winds of distant Ragnarok stir whispers in the crown, yet underneath the soil the seeds refuse to drown. Norns turn their silver spindles at the feather edge of dawn. They braid the ash with firelight till the final song is drawn. O Yggdrasil, keep burning where the god blood flows. Let every spark remember how the northern verdure grows from frost to flame. We wander from birth to breaking eaves. All fate is written. Sing softly in your ember-colored leaves. Shatter rhythms drum beneath the charging keel. Surf explodes in argent shards around the tempered steel. War horns flare like sunrise in a valley built of screams, announcing heavy footfalls of an age beyond their dreams. Sea spray crowns our helmets, salt curdles in our veins. Each step upon the shoreline brands eternity with chains. There is iron in the surf, iron on the shore, iron in the anthem of the shield lock the tide to weaponry, the storm to flaming brand, and carve our crimson epics on the parchment of the land. Lanterns flicker panic down the alleys of the port. We answer with a hailstone choir of iron-feathered sport. Dock ropes snap like harp strings, singing dirges none can flee, while coin hoards spill their thunder in a molten jubilee. In the flare of moonlit plunder, Jord receives his due. The Sea Lord laughs in breakers dyed a Jawsman's hue. There is iron in the surf, iron on the shore, iron in the anthem of the shield-lock roar. We forge the tide to weaponry, the storm to flaming brand, and carve our crimson epics on the parchment of the land. Hull fades upon the star-mirrored foam. The surf still tastes of iron, and it whispers we were home. Cut the mirror of the estuary night. Footsteps on the gunwale drum the rhythm of the chase, while iron-nude impatience paints a fury on each face. A single gull is circling, shrieking omens in the gale. Its cry becomes the trumpet of a swiftly dying tale. Raise the red sails at dusk, let the shoreline burn. Cast the twilight into flame and never turn. Pale halls tremble, silver hearts will rust. Glory gleams where embers gust. Copper bells in towers try to shout against the roar, their quivering confession swallowed whole by ore. Torches braid the river in a serpent's molten coil, guiding ash-crowned champions to their rightful spoil. When smoke becomes the crown of every
trembling steeple spire. Remember, dusk itself was forged in dragon fire.
Raise the red sails at dusk, let the shoreline burn. Cast the twilight into flame and never turn. Pale halls tremble, silver hearts will rust. Glory gleams where embers gust. Leave the wreckage glowing on the granite quay. Red sails fade to shadows where the dawn sets free. The morning into shreds. Harold rides the salt spray where the storm song spreads. Feather blackened omens dash across the splintered blue, spurring helms to hunger for a fate they always knew. Runes on shattered shield would whisper victory or death. When not saw the choices in a single breath. Fly, black banner, over halls of stone. Mark the destined kingdom as the raven's own. Steel will sing the anthem none can quell. Let the raven carve its spell. Gate horns groan a warning, blunt as a winter's whim, but spear points spark like starlight on the water's rim. Iron shod conviction slams through palisade and stair, until the royal standard feels the midnight air. In the hush that follows after, shield walls fall apart. A raven settles softly on the monarch's heart. When feathers ride the twilight in a torn wing swirl, Harold's raven banner rules the broken world. Fly, black banner, over halls of stone. Mark the destiny
dragon prows glide, silent for the citadel to take. Hunched gargoyles shudder on their mortar-ridden throes, sensing iron thunder in the marrow of the stones. Clergy clutch their talismans, their psalms dissolve in smoke. The gods of northern iron have awoken, have awoke. Bleak fire at Paris, hear the river cry. Shields flash, argent secrets neath the lead-lined sky. Bolts and bells together strike a useless chord, while destiny is hammered on a northern soul. Skin drum moors pummel water into frost-white foam. Cathedral doors splinter like a fragile honeycomb. Treasure chests spill copper on the marble aisle. Each coin a winter sun in a fevered fleeting smile. When wine and wax commingle in the sacrificial glare, remember mercy falters in the midnight air. Let the saint keep silence once the embers die. Paris learn the echo of a Viking cry.
Light slides like quicksilver along the cedar spine. Frost's bright breath arises in a ragged battle line. Silent long keels gather where the reed beds meet the tide. Their figureheads are grinning with a revenant's pride. Not a war horn sounding, not a torch aflare, only hush of heartbreak waiting in the air. Night of the long keels, ghosts upon the bay, steal the dreaming village for the break of day. Ashen echo linger when the hulls depart. Night of the long keels brands the helpless heart. Doors burst wide as thunder without thunder's call. Shadows flow like seawater through the timbered hall. Golden grain are gathered in a hush of winter black. Even silent plunder leaves a world with no way back. Not a warning sounding, Words like prayers in the smoke thick gloom. When the gulls greet sunrise on a hollow shore, footprints of the long keels linger evermore.
Its talons through the rush of northern foam, dragging feral whispers where the humber finds its home. Sails bloom pale as grave cloth in the glare of brittle dawn, announcing steel-toothed strangers to the fields they gaze upon. Every sheepfold shivers, every thatch top quakes. Winter walks the water, counting all that breaks. Let the wolf wind howl, let the marrow freeze. Iron leaps the floodgate, rips the river's knees. Humber's banks will redden in the bright wolf's bite. Storm the fattest granary, vanish in the night. Wharf hands drop their lanterns, sparks collide with tar. Flames devour mooring lines, a crude and blazing scar. Ox carts groan with plunder, wheels sunk deep in sand, while farmers taste the sorrow of a tide they cannot stand. Your laughs in breakers, flecked with moonlit bow, blessing every raider for the harvest he has sown. When the wolf wind falters and the oar beats cease, only Silt remembers how the North stole peace.
toe remembers what the sworn oaths left behind, and Hodor's blind arrow stalls the rhythm of the mind. Silence spreads like frostbite through the halls of shining grace. Even ringing mad horns fail to mask the shadowed place. Baldur, fallen star, dim but never gone. We hold the hush of twilight till a brighter dawn. Though hell keeps your heart beat in her eyes bound, keep hope will thaw the darkness where the night gods sleep. Frigg's tears fill the oceans as she searches every shore, while Hermod rides the gallows road to hell's locked door. Light weeps through the branches of the hurting world tree, but roots still hum your memory beneath the grieving sea. Ravens whisper solace on the shoulders of the moon, promising the sun child will return to morning soon. Baldur, fallen star, dim but never gone. We hold the hush of twilight till a brighter dawn. Though hell keeps your heart beat in her ice-bound keep, hope will thaw the darkness where the night gods leave. When the winter shatters and the starlight bleeds, Baldur walks the sunrise and the world tree sees.